First, I want to warn you. In this video, I struggle to cross a stream. It could be hard to watch, so if you want to avoid that, skip ahead to around 10 minutes in. It's hard for me to share this too, because I should have known better, and it was a really scary moment for me. But it'll be worth it if any future hikers can see how easy it is to put yourself in a risky situation without even realizing. What is this? Time to send in a reporter. We're here live at a river on the Appalachian Trail where the rain has caused it to flood so much that crossing may be dangerous. Hikers have bonded together to string their ropes across to the other side. Will it work? Who knows? But this is our best bet and best chance of getting to our hostel tonight.
Posa, can you briefly describe the situation for our fans?
Well, the comments on Far Out say that this thing was knee deep a few days ago, and it is definitely much higher than that right now. A quarter of the way across, it is about this deep. And that's only a quarter of the way.
It's rising already.
So, and it's already
The river's
risen.
still rising. In the past hour, it's gone up about 2 or 3 inches.
What is the game plan if you get across?
If I said in my little news reporter bit that I knew it was dangerous, why did I go along with it anyway? Maybe because there were so many of us there, or because I crossed other creeks and if I did that I can do this. Also because there's places like Mahoosic Notch or the north side of Mount Moosilauke where it feels unsafe, but that's part of the trail. So if there were alarm bells going off, I already wasn't listening. We all knew to have your hip belt undone so you can take off your pack quickly if needed, but maybe we didn't remember from our research months and months ago that there are some streams that you just don't cross. Black Dog went first, making it look super easy.
I'll be ready in
a minute, and Andy's getting close to guys.
Pac-Man, how do you feel?
I feel pretty confident. I think, I'm highly caffeinated. I've been mentally prepping for a bit. I think this is going to be a good one. I think our odds are pretty good of surviving.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Extremely wet from the standpoint of water.
While being wet and cold for the past 2 days probably had a big role in making us wanting to get to town on time, another thing was that people were running out of food. As a rule of thumb, you're supposed to carry some extra food when you're backpacking, but after 6 months of not needing any extra food, I would understand why people might not be following that to the T anymore. Plus, for all we knew, the water could continue to rise. Before I had gotten there, the other hikers were looking around for a better place to cross, or maybe if we took a different trail, we could find a way around the river, but they never found one. Crushing it! After seeing everyone go across without what looked like too much struggle to me, I wasn't really nervous. I was just preparing to embrace the suck. Yeah, I was gonna get wet, but just had to get through it. My plan was to wear gloves to keep the string from cutting up my hands and stay upright and just keep walking. Keep making progress forward. But that's not what happened.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, you can always go back and do it without your pack.
At this point, I was in full-blown panic mode. I couldn't keep my feet underneath me, and because of that, I couldn't make any progress forward. I was frozen with fear.
I can't move forward. It's okay, Ranger. Go back.
I couldn't hear anyone. I thought they were just staring at me.
I lost my feet.
Keep going on the road. Keep pulling yourself.
What?
Keep pulling yourself. Keep going.
Yep.
Slow and steady. Inch by inch.
Yep. You got it.
It looked like I made progress just then, but it sure didn't feel like I did. My arms were getting weaker and weaker as the current kept pulling me. I didn't know what to do.
Right now. Inch this way right now. Inch this way. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep inching. Keep inching this way. All right. At this point, you can let go and come to me. Yeah. Come here.
Gloves up.
You dropped something? Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just glad you're here. Good. Woo.
I tried again a few minutes later without my pack. With outdoor adventures, sometimes we get the chance to face our fears. Sometimes we know the fear is there for a logical reason and we shouldn't push it. The line between the two is different for everyone, and at least for me, it's blurry. Now I know I should have known, but in the moment, I couldn't not face my fears.
Yes.
Right here. Right through it. Keep coming, you'll be able to stand soon.
Way to go.
Why can't you stand? Don't worry.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. This is it.
Anything to say to the fans, Ranger?
I almost died. And then, like any person who holds their own life in their hands a few minutes earlier, went back to pretending to be a news reporter. 'Cause you know, that's a smart thing to do. We're here with Pac-Man after crossing the river. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling all right. You know, I was a little cold. I was not great earlier, but now I'm feeling good.
And what was the scariest part?
Scariest part was right in the middle. You know, I started to lose my footing. I wasn't sure whether I was gonna make it. Started to think, if I dump my pack now, will I ever see it again? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna drown? It all going through my head.
Lastly, what does the rest of the day look like for you?
I think I'm gonna hike like 0.4 to Nick's Road, take that road crossing into Shaw's, dry off, drink a lot of beers, and hopefully have some burgers.
Sounds like a great rest of the day. Next up, we're here with Islander. Islander, how was your experience today?
Do I feel like I cheated death? More than usual. I mean, I'm very familiar with cheating death. You know, I've had some scary scenarios on this trail. I probably eat at least 3 times a week. This is by far probably one of the sketchiest things I've ever done on this trail, and I'm glad that the end continues to provide new highlights.
That is some great insight right there. Anything else, any words of wisdom you would like to impart?
If you're gonna do a river crossing like that, probably be prepared to actually need to swim. The part that was the scariest was when I was walking. I was like, oh, I got this. And then my feet came out from under me, and I inhaled a shit ton of water, and I almost let go of the rope. And that would have probably been the end of Islander. But we're here now, and I am ready to send it at Shaw's today. So here's to another epic day.
Amen. Here's to another epic day. So spirits were high, even though we all just risked our lives to get into town on time. The enormous sense of regret didn't hit me till later, but I was still pretty shaken up. I don't even know where to begin. I guess Dozer said he would take people's packs across if they didn't think they could make it. And I was like, I was a lifeguard, I'm a strong swimmer, there's so many obstacles I've been fine on before, I think I can do this with my pack. But I get out to the middle and I just can't move right anymore. It feels like the current is always pushing me back to the middle. I don't know if that was really the case because that string I was holding onto was stretchy, so it could have just been in my head. But I was running out of upper body strength, and I just sat there for a while, not knowing what to do, trying to move forward. In retrospect, I was trying to keep my footing, but I could have used my feet to swim that direction, and I don't know. Everything is so much clearer when you're not in the moment, right? And speaking of that, I was also really scared. I thought if worse comes to worse, I'll slip my arms out and let my backpack go. Waist strap wasn't done. I was like, I don't want to let my backpack go though, because then I'll have to find it. I just stood there for a while. I think I freaked people out because I was just struggling for a long time. And I just made a noise like, or something, not even words. And then eventually I was like, Dozer, what do I do? Can you help me? And he was like, come back this way. And I was like, if I can't go that far to the right, what makes you think I can do the same distance back to the left? But I did. And thank goodness, because then that really shook me up. Gave Dozer a hug. Tried again, because if I had waited, I would have gotten in my head so much that I couldn't do it. Tried again. It was really hard in that same spot, but I just kept pulling. Even though it doesn't seem like you're getting any closer, you just gotta go inch by inch. Eventually I got to where the orange string was. Eventually I could put my feet on the ground. Oh my gosh. And then I was shivering. I looked down and my thighs were purple. So people gave me some of their warm clothes to wear. Even though now that I think about it, my backpack didn't actually get any water, that much water I should say, in it. That I've discovered yet. So sorry to ULA packs. I will never say this waterproof pack isn't really waterproof again. Even though that wasn't the priority, of course, it's still nice, you know. Also, while we were standing there, someone was like, well, Ranger lost her water bottles. And I was like, wait, I'm Ranger. I looked down at the pocket where my water bottles usually are in my pack, and they're both gone, including one of them that had the water filter on top. So, gotta get more of those when I'm in town, and also for the rest of the day, I won't have a water filter, so I just got to be really careful. There was another really scary part where one of the older hikers was going across, and he had a baseball hat on, and you could see his hat on top of the water, and his face was down in the water because maybe he was taking a break, doing it on purpose, but from the surface, it looked really bad. I was worried about him. But he turned around and went back. Some people are camping rather than crossing that creek today, and that's probably a good idea. But everyone's safe. I'm worried about Smoke Master. We split up when it was raining. He wanted to stop short, and I wanted to go on. So we split up. And now I'm like, how is he doing? With this rain, all of the water levels have risen. Every stream crossing is going to be harder. So I'm worried about him. He's smart though. He'll be safe. He knows what to do. The mud all over my face is because I slipped in mud. Then, a few minutes later, I slipped in water. My hand hit something sharp. It's a pretty deep cut. I already cleaned it out, but it had little pebbles and stuff I couldn't get out. So, got it cleaned up as best I could. Remember, I don't even have water right now. Also, my phone was in my bra, and when I slipped, it fell forward into the water. So it's a miracle you're even seeing this. And on second thought, you might not even see this, because my phone could short out and be like, oh, I don't work after all. But luckily, somehow, it's working enough. I don't have rice because I ate it last night, stupidly, but I had a tampon, and I just like took little pieces of cotton into the holes of my phone and just, I don't know, fingers crossed, it's okay, but let's just hurry up and get to Shaw's. I feel like I was meant to happen upon that rainbow. I'm injured. I'm worried about where my boyfriend is, but hopefully everything's gonna be okay. I can hear the cars on a road that I'm about to get picked up on. It's hitting me that this is the last time I'll feel this feeling. On the AT, my first time on the AT. You hike, it's hard, but then you hear the cars on the road and you know you're going to a hostel and you get excited. It's a relief. And this is my last time feeling that, you know? Last night I didn't film much. I tried to go to bed early because I was exhausted, but I couldn't sleep because I just kept thinking about being in that river, and it wasn't like a near-death experience or anything. It really didn't get that bad. But if I would have done things differently, like if I had just tried to hold on longer and lost strength and then let go, like who knows what could have happened. And it was just it shook me up. Definitely the scariest part on trail, even worse than when I spilled boiling water on myself. It was just, I've cried at least 3 times over it, because every time I think, I'm just like, it could have been so much worse. But anyway, after I was done crying about that, I was also worried about my phone. And so I tried turning it on. The screen wasn't working, like the touch screen was not responding to me. And I was like, oh gosh, what if this is the end? What if I lose everything? And eventually I was just like, I just have to keep it in the rice for several more hours and then try again. I need to go to sleep. So finally I did. And in the morning, it was such a relief, a weight off my shoulders, a miracle. It did start charging again. The touch screen started working again. So thank goodness I have a functioning phone. I still have all my sentimental things. I still have the way I share my memories. I'm just beyond thankful that that all worked out. So anyway, I had myself, I had my life, I had my phone. I was just worried about smoke. So finally, like I kept looking out the window being like, is it time yet? Should he be here yet? And finally he arrived. He had some trouble crossing streams too, but everything worked out in the end. I'm just so thankful everyone's safe and everything's okay. And now we're at Shaw's. It's getting very crowded. The yard looks like Tent City at trail days because there's just so many people here, so many tents up. But yeah, it's good, glad to be here. Definitely a weird feeling though, because it's the last hostel and I'm seeing so many people from the whole trail that I knew, like reuniting with people. Like, it doesn't feel like it should be the end. Like, it's just such a strange feeling. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Just a strange feeling. Here he is, folks, living proof he made it okay. And he brought me from outside a burger and a beer made in Maine. Can't wait to try it. So luckily, everything turned out okay.